Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, today we're here to shoot the shit and we're going to get right to it with No One Gives a Shit. How about that? And in No One Gives a Shit news, Kim and Pete Davidson, is that his name? Yeah, Davidson, broke up. We don't care. We don't give a shit. We didn't even care that they were together. Like, really. And then y'all know Kanye put up the whole thing saying that he didn't call him Pete. What he called him? Skeet Davidson died or is dead. And like, Kanye is just so ignorant. But for some reason I laugh. I just do, because why is he so dumb? Like, dude, why are you so dumb? But yeah, we don't care about that. I don't care. And I actually like Kim Kardashian. I like the Kardashians, I'm sorry, but I don't give a shit about her and Pete Davidson. Like, I didn't like him anyway. Maybe because Kanye didn't, but I didn't. So, moving on, we're still talking about men. Let's get into Irv Gotti. All right, y'all. What the fuck is wrong with Irv Gotti? Let me just tell you that I am disgusted. I am so disgusted by that whole interview. The entire interview on the Drink Champs. I had to cut it off like halfway through, so I didn't finish it up. But he, like, I'm so disgusted that I don't even know where to begin. You guys, did you all see the interview with him talking about Ashanti and coming off like a creep who just wants people to know that he slept with her? That's all I get from the whole thing, is that, hey, I just need to let people know that I smashed, and we don't care. Like, who cares that you slept with her? And was that a thing where they were saying that they were kind of sleeping together back in the day? I vaguely remember something, and I actually thought it was just a rumor. Like, she really was very young, a lot younger than him. I don't know what the age difference is. Probably should look that up. But there was a huge age difference, and I was also hoping she didn't do, she wasn't doing that in her career, But he made it clear, even though he's a jerk, he made it clear that she did not sleep her way to the top. They were already doing music and everything together, and then they started sleeping together. Like, he's just so nasty, you guys. For him to say the song "Happy" came right after we had sex, and I was in the shower, and I'm just like, ew. Like, why are you saying this stuff? And I'm so glad she came out and said nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then what was it? The next day, she ended up doing a video where she came out at one of who I was going to call him Country Grammar, at Nelly's concerts. And I also wish she hadn't have done that too. I'm just like, girl, everybody knows how Nelly played you. You let it out. All these sounds, y'all. I'm so sorry. But all these accusations and stuff. You even let everybody know that he played you. Nelly played you. He cheated. All that. You were like totally in love with this guy, and he just did the guy thing. So I feel like she had the upper hand when he was all over her at that verses. When he was just super smiley, walked across the stage just to get a hug, and she was just like, "Listen, here's your hug. It is what it is," and she didn't follow through with anything after that. When I saw her come out on the stage, I'm like, no, girl, you had the upper hand. I'm sorry. You don't need to be friends with all your exes. You don't, which I learned. It took me a long time, but I learned. You don't have to be friends with all your exes. And I just feel like she definitely had the upper hand and looked better when she was not forgiving him, basically. But I guess, listen, that's not nice. She can forgive him. That's fine. But back to Irv Gotti. And it's so crazy because during the interview, Ja Rule is trying to reel him back in. And, Ja Rule, who probably should have been in jail for the whole Fire Festival thing, that's a whole nother story. But I like Ja Rule. I didn't like him with the whole Fire Festival thing and what he did, and the fact that he actually got away with it, like conning people out of all this money. But listen, if a white guy goes away and you don't have to do time, I'm here for it. It's fine. It'll work. But he's trying to like calm the situation, and he's like, what are y'all giving him? Like, why is he saying all this stuff? He's saying stuff I never even heard about. And he tried to reel him in as he kept calling people bitches. Irv Gotti's like, and this bitch that, and I had this bitch over here, and Ja was like, yeah, you probably want to stop calling women bitches. Like, just stop that. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, Oh my God, I just feel like Ja Rule probably got his work cut out for him trying to deal with this guy because Irv Gotti does not ever, he has not ever come off like a nice guy or a decent human being. I'm sorry. I used to watch, he had a reality show on VH1, and I remember watching it, him and his wife and his family, whatever. Of course I did. It's reality. And yeah, he was just an asshole then. And I was just looking at his wife like, why are you with him? Like, why are you dealing with him? It's ridiculous. He is ridiculous. But yeah, all this stuff that he's doing and slander her name, talking about she ran like a cockroach as soon as, or a roach as soon as the FBI and everybody showed up. Duh. I'm sorry. Is self-preservation not a thing? That's what she's supposed to do. If she ain't did shit, listen, let me go over here. Because if you remember, they really were talking about them and them being indicted and showing them in handcuffs and all that stuff. Like, I was just thinking everybody was going to jail. I'm like, damn, they're done for. Apparently, he was found not guilty, and he's like, yeah, and she jumped ship and was like, I don't want to do this no more. And okay, she don't have to do it forever. The problem is, he just feels really entitled, like she owes him everything because he helped find her. I won't say, like, he kept saying he made her, and sir, you didn't make her. Her mom and dad made her. That sounds so juvenile, but you didn't make this girl. You found her, yes. You gave her a shot, yes. And he didn't lie when he said, listen, everything I produced and wrote and everything was a hit. And after she left me, she didn't have no more. And I'm like, where's the lie? But the same could be said for him. Like, honestly, who else have you produced and written for after her that became a success? So maybe it was just like, the two meshed. And with Ja Rule as well. So, yeah, y'all, I know I just talked about it for a very long time, but that's basically what I really, really want to talk about because it's ridiculous. All right, y'all, let's move on to Angela Yee. Angela Yee is leaving the Breakfast Club. And do we care? I'm sorry, sips drink. Do we care? Because do we care? Do y'all still listen to the Breakfast Club? Now, they're still on my YouTube, so I still see a little bit of their stuff, but I can't stomach Charlemagne. Sorry, I used to like him, but like to me, he's just so ridiculous. And I was trying to get into the whole fact of him having something to do with this young girl years ago and being a hypocrite and all that or whatever. But I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to say I cannot stomach Charlemagne. So I can't really watch it a whole heck of a lot. And I just don't think it's that entertaining anymore because I can't stomach Charlemagne. And they don't really be getting to the shit like they used to no more. Like, it's just, I don't know. But good for her because apparently she is leaving. She got her own show that's coming on iHeart. Hopefully it does well. I didn't know that so many people were critical of Angela Yee and just thought she brought nothing to the show. Like, people don't really like Angela Yee apparently. And I'm not just finding it out, but I didn't know it was so many people. So hopefully she can, run something and like really carry it by herself because that's a big feat. And listen, yeah, if they're going to put her on in the morning and she's going to keep doing like the rumor report and kind of the same thing that she's doing, fine. She might be okay. I don't have anything against her. So good for her. I do feel like it's just a little weird that she announced that she's leaving, but she don't know when. So when she said it this morning on the show, she's like, yeah, I just don't know when. Like, it's going to happen. It's in the works, but I don't know when. And I'm like, maybe you were a little premature with this announcement then. It's fine. And y'all, their chemistry has not been the same since, who was it that, was it Gucci Mane, I think, that Charlemagne interviewed by himself, but Gucci Mane, or whatever his name is, was so ignorant about Angela Yee, and Charlemagne did not defend her. And that was a huge deal. Like, this was a few years ago. And I just feel like the chemistry after that went all downhill. Like, I'm surprised they still lasted. So, yeah, I don't care. Do y'all care? All right, let's move on. Y'all, and kind of keeping it on men, if you want to say it that way. The nurse Nicole Linton that is facing 6 counts of murder and 1 count of, what was it, gross negligent vehicle manslaughter, something like that. But basically, she's facing 90 years. And I heard one report that said she was drunk, and then another one saying that they didn't find any alcohol in her system, and they were trying to find her friend who claimed that she was drinking with her. So I don't know if she was drunk or not, but they also said the biggest thing was she was trying to kill herself over a guy. She was trying to kill herself over a guy and ended up killing 6 people. Did y'all see that video? And I just like really glanced at it and I never went back and looked again because I don't want to see something that is like people's last moments and like, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine if I was in that family and had to watch that video and just know that this was it. And my person, my family member was blindsided. So very sad. And I just think it's sad that she got to that point over a man. Over a man. She was a whole ICU nurse and everything. I guess she had, things going for her. What did she crash? She crashed, was it a Mercedes? Or, she had a decent car, I think. Like, I just feel like she was decent, but a little crazy, I guess. Because sane people, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's true. Sane people just don't lose your shit over a guy. I'm sorry. Like, you gotta pop. I feel like I'm being insensitive. Okay, I'm not gonna say that, but yeah, I just think it's so unfortunate, and yeah, I just wanted to touch on that story because men, oh my God, see how I bring it around to blaming me. I'm just kidding, man. Oh, we definitely have to say a rest in peace to Miss Olivia Newton-John. Y'all, you couldn't tell me that I was not Olivia Newton-John in Greece. Like, I was Sandy. Sandy! That was me. And, I was the one that was like, tell me about it, stud. When I tell you I watched Grease like 1,200 times, I know it word for word. Yeah, just very unfortunate. And she was only 73. And I don't think that's very old anymore. Now that I work with seniors, like I see some really, really, really old people and they look great and they're moving around great. And I know everybody's story is different. I'm just saying how now, whereas before I used to think 73 was so old, I don't think it's that old anymore. So it's very unfortunate that she's gone already. So rest in peace to Olivia Newton-John. All right, you guys, and keeping with the theme of men, let's talk about The Rock. And we're going to wrap it up with a little feel-good story. Well, to me, it felt good because The Rock, yeah, even just looking at him feels good. So he did an interview, and he was with Kevin Hart, and they are so funny together. I'm sorry. I know some people, again, don't think Kevin Hart is funny, but some people just have that thing or whatever. And I think they're really good friends. So it shows. And they bounce jokes off each other really well. So he was asked if he was a celebrity's pet, because they're in this show, Pets or whatever, together. If you were a celebrity's pets, whose pet would you want to be? When I tell you he said it in like 2 seconds, and somebody in the shade room was like, he had been waiting his whole life for this question, and I'm gonna have to agree because he was like, Meg the Stallion. And I'm like, damn. So she gotta feel good from that. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm sure they'll never get together or anything like that, but just the fact that, dude, this man, The Rock, y'all, he is like so perfect looking to me. He just really is. Like, his face is beautiful to me. His body, his body is getting too big. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like it super duper big, but he looks fine. He just needs to stay out the gym a little bit, like skip a couple days. But yeah, I just think that he is just gorgeous. So for him to notice her, and not saying that she's not gorgeous, because she is. She's very beautiful. Her body is banging like he is. So of course, but I don't know. I just, maybe because it's my crush on The Rock. But yeah, it's so funny. And then what did Kevin say? He said Denzel, and The Rock is like, that is not what you said in the back. Yeah, I just like the way they play off each other. But you guys, I thought it was super cool that he noticed and have like this little thing or whatever for Megan. So that was our feel good story to end it off our whole thing about men. If you are still here, thank you very much. You are the real MVP. If you have not already, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you be part of the beautiful people family. The beautiful family. Like, listen, just come on, be a part of it. I would like to give a shout out to my new stubby. I'm not going to say her name, but yeah, I'm not going to say her name. But you know who you are if you watch this. Hey, boo. And thank you. You guys, it just means so much to me. First of all my subbies mean a lot to me, but it means so much when people that I know subscribe and support because they definitely don't have, you don't have to, but I appreciate it so much. I'm very appreciative of everybody that I know personally and the ones that I don't know that I now know. Like family, like I just feel like honestly, we're all family and my crew that be in the comments with me every single video mostly. Like I just love everybody. So if you have not already, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you. And you guys, I will see you in the next video, which will probably be Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. All right, smooches. Bye. No, I just said bye like rocks. I can't steal that. Smooches. Period. That's it. Y'all know Rox is my girl, y'all. So listen, shout out to Rox. All right, smooches.